Some mornings I feel deeply connected. Other mornings I'm just trying to wake up and rush. But I show up anyway because peace isn't always a feeling, it's a practice. And in these quiet moments, before the world rushes in, I remember peace isn't something I have to chase. It's already here. I just have to make space for it. Mornings feel different when I let them unfold slowly, when I don't rush, don't check my phone first thing, just step into the quiet and start with something simple. These moments of quietness, they make the day feel like it's mine before it truly begins. There is something grounding about the small routines, washing, putting things in their place, and the first sound of the day. These tasks don't ask for much, just patience, just presence, and in return, they give you a moment to breathe, to think, to let your mind wander. Sometimes it feels like therapy. Peace isn't always about stillness. Sometimes it's in the movement, in doing something small, something ordinary, and letting it bring a little ease into the day. And just like that, another small thing is taken care of, another little space of calm. Living far away from your home changes you. At first, it feels like a constant search for familiarity, for belonging, for pieces of home in a place that doesn't quite feel like yours yet. But then you find little things that anchor you. To me, it is this being in the kitchen, cooking meals that taste like home. It's more than just food, it's a connection to where I came from, to the people I miss, to the kitchens I grew up in, where laughter and stories were shared over simmering pots. Some days, cooking is just a necessity, something I do to get through the day. But on other days, it feels like healing, a therapy, like grounding myself in something that has always been mine. Maybe that's the thing about being away from home. You learn to carry pieces of it with you in the meals you cook, in the rituals you keep, in the small comforts that remind you you're never truly too far away. There's something unhurried about making parathas. It's not a meal you rush, it's one you make with care, with patience, with the kind of rhythm that comes from years of watching and learning. I remember watching my mother do this, effortlessly flipping, shaping, knowing exactly when to turn without even looking at the clock. But then I did not realize I was learning too, just by being there, by watching, by absorbing the details of what she was doing. Now, when I make them for myself in a kitchen far from home, it feels like nostalgia, a kind of unspoken connection to the kitchen I grew up in, to the hands that taught me without words. Parathas need patience, the right amount of heat, the right timing. It's a small lesson in slowing down, in being present, and in a world that always feels like it's rushing. This, this simple act of making something with my hands feels nostalgic. And then there's chai, the last step, the finishing touch. No matter what kind of the day it has been, or what kind of the day it will be, chai brings a moment of pause, a deep breath, a sip of warmth, a sip of comfort. In this moment, nothing else matters. Just the smell of cardamom, the warmth of fresh parathas, the quiet comfort of a meal made with care. There is a certain comfort in simple things. I think it's about how food has always been more than just food. It's comfort, it's culture, it's a connection to my family, to my childhood, to a version of myself that exists beyond borders and time. And maybe that's the beauty of it. No matter where life takes me, as long as I can make this, parathas and chai, a quiet moment of peace, I'll always find my way back home to myself. It's in these small moments that I feel most at home, not because of where I am, but because of what I carry with me, the tastes, the rituals, the memories stitched into the food I make. And maybe that's the beauty of it. No matter where life takes me, I'd be connected to my roots. Back home, chai was always more than just a drink. It was a conversation, laughter, the sound of my mother calling me to the kitchen, the clicking of cups as stories were shared. It was a connection. Now, even miles away, it is still that for me, a reminder that something doesn't change. No matter where I am, as long as I have this, I'm warm, I'm protected, and I'm at peace. Most importantly, at home, away from home. I did not know if I would ever call any place home away from my own home. The moments of quiet hidden between the rush of the city in Chicago. It's a city that is fast, yet full of pauses. The warmth of a stranger holding the door open, the sound of laughter spilling from a crowded cafe, the way the skyline looks different every day, but still feels the same. Chicago isn't where I just live, it's where I've learned, where I've grown into a different person, maybe a better version of myself. and where I found pieces of home in unexpected places. This city just has a way of growing on you in the morning stillness, the golden glow of the skyline at sunset, and the way city feels alive no matter what the season is. It's warm, even to the strangers. Some places you visit, others you belong to, and somewhere along the way, I think I started belonging here.